Hello guys, welcome in the new video. Today I've got for you a very interesting topic about variables, how to save variable, how to load in other it block. So I want to show you two ways. First will be with let variable and the second example will be with Cypress global environment, and then we can use this Cypress global environment in the custom command. So also we can use a custom command just to in one line save a variable. So I prepared for you two examples. We want to check this text of the automation test store, sorry. So we want to grab this element, save to the variable, and in other it block we want to load it. Sometimes you can have in your work example when you have dynamic text, so that's why variables can help you with this case. So as you can see here we have class welcome message, so we can grab this element, get using dot because it's class, and next we can check visibility, should be visible. And now we can use invoke function because we want to do some actions on our element. So invoke, and we can use, in this example is a text, so we can use text, and in other example we will use value, so val. We can invoke this text and we need to use then two brackets. Now we can add our custom name, for example welcome because it's welcome message, and now add a arrow function, and we can add curly brackets, and in this block we want to add this text from this class. We want to add text to the variable. So after describe we can add let variable, for example welcome text, and it's empty variable. And now what we can do, welcome text variable is equal to welcome. So now we have first we have empty variable, then we get an element, invoke the text, then we can add our custom name welcome, and next we are adding to our let variable welcome text this element. So now we can check if it works. Here we can add log welcome text, and also here we have log welcome text, because our mission is to take this variable to another it. So let's save it and let's open the runner, go to our variables test, and now we go to the website, grab this element, invoke the text and log just to check if it works. As you can see, this text is visible in our log, and in other it block also we can see this text. Amazing guys. Okay, but as you can see, variable welcome implicit has an any type because we are in TypeScript. So let's add type string, and also here we can add type string. Let's save it. Here we have log, and here also we have log. That's great. So now we can do the same for the evaluating value, because for now we check invoke the text. Now I will show you example with invoke value. So let login value is a string and it's empty. Next we go to the demo QA website with login. Yes, and we want to type here variable, and as you can see, after typing we have value, so we can invoke this value. So let's get this element, ID username. Okay, so we can use hashtag username, then type, and our text, our value will be variable. And now we can use the same invoke method. Maybe also we can add should be visible, just to make sure. Should be visible. Type variable, invoke, and now we don't want to use text like in previous example. We want to use val, because val it's a value. And also we can use then, two brackets, our custom name, it can be login val. Now we can add arrow function, curly brackets, and the same login value from this let variable is equal to login val. Okay, and the problem is here. Okay, we need to add a string here. Yes, and now in this block let's check if it works. cylog invoke val, and also we can check here cylog login value. Okay, here we have a problem. Oh, okay, login value is equal to this then block. Let's format this document. Yeah, it's now easier to read. So go to this website, get element username, check visibility, type some value, in our example will be variable, then invoke this value, then use then, and here we have some custom name, and then we want to declare our login value is equal to this value from then. And next we want to log this value and check if it works in other it block, because it's very important when we want to have this value in other test using. Okay, as I can see here we have some skip block, so maybe delete this. And now, as you can see, here is a lot of requests in the API. We visit demo QA, get this username input, expected to be visible, type variable because it's our value, and next we invoke this value and want to print in our console. As you can see, it works perfectly, and the same for another it block because we have log variable. Amazing, guys. Okay, but as you can see, we have a lot of code. If you are using page object model or custom commands, we don't want to have some code not in page object or custom command. So I recommend to use Cypress environment, because we can move this to our custom command. For now we cannot use this kind of variables in the custom commands because we need to declare it before our its. So I will show you a different way. Let's delete this. Let's delete this. Okay, and now we want to do something like that. Cypress environment, Now we want to add our custom name. For example, it will be welcome MSG, and as a second argument we can type this welcome. Oh, sorry. Yes, and now we can CUI log Cypress env method brackets, and here we can log our welcome message, and also we can add here. So let's check it. Here we can skip, for example, skip. Okay, here we have this variable, so need to delete this. Okay, now let's save it and check if it's still working with using Cypress environment. As you can see, here we have log with this text, and also here. Amazing! As you can see, we don't have here our variables after describe block, so it's good solution. So let's use the same here in our example second with value, and we can use the same, just copy it here using login value, and here we add some login text because it's a name which we want to add to our global variable, and also we can use here. So now let's add only and only to run this code. Let's save it, go to our test runner, and as you can see, yes, works perfectly. Log variable, and also here. So as I said previously, I want to use custom command, just don't want to have this whole code. So go to our general commands, and we want to use custom command just to save global variable by one line. Amazing. Okay, let's add our custom name for the custom command. Save global, save text as a global variable. Okay, because I have it in my interface. Okay, maybe let's delete it because we want to do this from the beginning. Okay, let's create a function, and now we can copy this text from our test, but we can also write from the beginning. It will be a better option, because if you write more code, you learn how to do this. You know what I mean. Copy and paste from Stack Overflow works, but it's better to use to type code, not copy. Okay, so we want to send two parameters. First will be selector, and the second will be global name. Okay, so we can add now our interface trainable. So let's save text as a global variable, parentheses. Here we have selector as a string, and also global name as a string, and trainable void. Yeah, now we don't have error. So CUI get our selector. Let's check visibility. And okay, we have save text. Okay, so invoke text, yeah, invoke text, then two parentheses, and here we have for example we can add custom name for the then, maybe text, create a function, and here we want to add to our Cypress environment, and we need to add our global name from the function, and next we need to add text. It is the same like here, but using custom command. So we can do the same for the invoke the value. So let's add, hopefully it works, but we will check it. Save value as a global variable. Okay, CY get, also selector, it will be the same here, selector. Okay, let's add to the interface because we don't want to have errors. Okay, selector string, and also global name as a string, and add chainable void. Okay, also check visibility, should be visible. Invoke our value, then value, create a function arrow by arrow and curly brackets, and now Cypress environment, global name and value, because we want to save this, and also here we have text. Okay, should work. Let's check it. So we can improve our code. We can use just this one line and send selector and global name as a parameters, and it can be useful because we have now a lot of code. So let's change it. Okay, let's delete all these lines, use CY and our custom command, save text as a global variable, parentheses, and now if you are using TypeScript, you have information, you need to send selector as a string and global name. So our selector will be, okay, I deleted it, so let's check. Class welcome MSG, so class welcome MSG, and for example welcome. Okay, this is our custom name. So now what we need to do is to log this Cypress welcome. Let's check if it works. Let's save it. Okay, and as you can see, in our load variable we have this text. Amazing, guys. Using one line we can add to another it block this variable. So let's do the same with another example. Let's copy this selector, and now we want to improve this by adding CY, save value as a global variable, and first we want to add selector as a string, and our variable, for example login val, because it's value. So we can delete this code because it's the same, and we want to load this value by using Cypress environment and login value because this name changed. So let's save it. And as you can see, okay, we don't have this log, something is wrong. Okay, I know why, because as you can see on this website we need to type this, because when we want to grab this it's empty, yeah? So we need to add something like that, grab this ID and type. This should work. Now we shouldn't have empty input, so now it should log to our Cypress test runner. This should work. Yeah, amazing guys, works perfectly. So as you can see, we improve a lot our code. So Cypress global environments are great, but remember, if you want to use the same code but with another selector and the same name, it will overwrite. So please be careful with this, because you can save on the same global environment variable the same you can add new value to this environment. For example, for now we can change here a name and it will be okay, but if you want to do the same but with another, you can do this with another selector, then Cypress will overwrite this and it will be a problem for you. Okay, let's take this promo text class. Yeah, it's a class. So now we want to save text as a global variable from this, from here. Welcome to the automation test or etc. Next we want to override this, our custom name of the Cypress environment, by another text, and next we want to log this. Let's check what will be in console log. And as you can see, as I said, fast shipping for every order etc. So please be careful with this, with these names, because you can overwrite your variable. Okay guys, I think that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching this. Please add like, please subscribe the channel, and see you in the next lecture. Thank you, bye.